season between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Johnson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. Always got some. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 41, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Slot man moves right.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flushed out right. He's got this to Pickens. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. George Pickens, 29 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Again, it's Taylor. Down to about the 45.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Up the middle. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good straight throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out left and complete to Thornton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Burrow will throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. George Pickens, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 117 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down, another run with Taylor. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
11.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Jaguars have opened the lead up to 30. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. On the move past the 40, through the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. They'll check this one down to Taylor. This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of it, not make a catch. All I keep thinking, size, you're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
From the gun, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, where
it's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's fielded at the 45. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll be stopped just at 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine the
easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
11.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 40. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here we go.
2nd and 2.
Hey, can.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Well, part of tonight was a great way to kick the season off. Before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start the season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Jaguars, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going